Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome to all of the reaction from yet another chaotic transfer window and another exhilarating deadline day. We are going to be discussing today everything that went down on the Barça side of things. We're going to be talking about how Ousmane Dembélé stays at the club and what that means now looking to these next few months. What exactly are the club's plans now? But of course, the big story indeed, and the breaking news today is that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang becomes a new Barça player. And this is not on a loan deal, but this is a free transfer from Arsenal. We're going to be discussing all of the details and how it all went down. So let's get to it. Because indeed, guys, it has been one of those deadline days where anything that could happen probably has. I'm recording this right now very late on Monday, which means that probably by the time you're viewing this, it's Tuesday, and that is exactly how the day has gone. I've spoken with many of you guys throughout the day on the chat. It was absolute chaos. 1 minute things were happening, the next minute it was all changing around. Laporta and Almani have been working so hard, tirelessly, all day at the club's offices. But I do want to start actually with a signing that was confirmed on Saturday evening. Let's talk first of all about Adama Traore, who today trained for the very first time with his new Barcelona teammates, and of course he's joining there on a loan deal from Wolves until the end of the season with a 30 million option to buy. And I just want to highlight here the unbelievable sacrifice that Adama Traore has made in order to sign at Barça, because it has been revealed that during his time at the club, his 6-month loan deal, he will earn a salary per week of around 15,000 euros, which, as you know, for a footballer, that's virtually nothing. That is an unbelievably low tally. He significantly reduced that wage from his time at Wolves, and of course he rejected a much more lucrative offer from Tottenham Hotspur. And what that means now is that earlier on Monday, even without any exits, even without Dembele leaving, Adama Traore has been successfully registered as a new Barca player, and he's all set to face Atletico Madrid this Sunday. But in terms of deadline day, there was one confirmed deal pretty early on for Barca. It was an exit, and it was the exit of Iñaki Peña, who has indeed there joined Galatasaray on a loan deal until the end of the season. Now, right throughout this January transfer window, Barca have been working really hard to try and offload Neto, our backup goalkeeper there, who is earning a lot of money, whilst contributing very little, of course. And we have been trying to move Neto on, but unfortunately, no offers came our way, which I think now is basically prompted the club to say, okay, Iñaki Peña, you've got to go out and play. Going here to Galatasaray, crucially, he's 22 years old. There's no buy option included in this deal. So this is strictly here a loan deal until the end of the season. Hopefully, he can get some minutes there out on the pitch where he deserves to be. And in the summer, he will return to Barca. Then, of course, though, we do have to discuss one of the big talking points throughout the entirety of this January transfer window. What exactly has gone on today and what exactly happened throughout this deadline day with regard to Ousmane Dembélé? Because right the way through the weekend, there was a few murmurings there about potential interest from Paris Saint-Germain. They were on the phone to Barca looking to discuss terms, and there was a lot of different exchanges mentioned, the likes of Icardi maybe coming to Barca the other way, Di Maria, Diallo, Juan Bernat, all of these different names that were rumoured there to be maybe a player swap with Dembele, but in the end, nothing happened. Nothing really materialised. You feel like here PSG were not that intent on getting the deal done in this transfer window. Of course, as well, we know all about the interest from Chelsea. They've actually met in January with Dembele's agent, but again, even on deadline day, there was a few discussions, there was a few maybe little glimmers of hope that Chelsea could take Dembele, but it did not happen again. They weren't really pushing too hard for that signature, and even Tottenham, towards the end of the window, they were the only club really where there was some offer. There was an opportunity there if Dembele wanted to go to the Premier League, but he rejected Tottenham's advances. He did not want to make that happen. And what that means at the end is that Dembele stays at Barca in January. He does not leave. And I have to say, I think there was a real lack of offers for some club out there to go and get him. What is interesting now, of course, is that Dembele is going to be at the club, we think, for another 6 months, of course, until his deal expires and then he moves elsewhere. He is expected not to play in a Barcelona shirt. Barca are very firm on that. But tomorrow is going to be a key day. Tuesday, there's going to be massive with regard to Dembele because Laporta, Almani, and indeed Xavi are all reported there to be meeting to decide what to do next. And it is being reported because the club are angry, they're disappointed, they're very, very frustrated with Dembele still, that terminating his contract, even that is not ruled out at this stage. But of course, guys, the big news story from deadline day, it has to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who, of course, on Monday morning, he was in Barcelona. He flew out there to Barcelona, he was seen in the city, and he was ready to do whatever it took to make this move possible. Arsenal at the time apparently weren't even aware that Aubameyang was going to do it, and all the way through the day, the question was being asked, is this deal going to get done, or isn't it? Is it on, or is it off? And we went from one extreme to the other several times throughout the day, but in the end, it's done. The deal is done. Aubameyang will be a Barca player, but the terms of the deal, that is very intriguing. Because, as we spoke about before, Aubameyang's wages were the big stumbling block on this potential deal. At Arsenal, he earned over €350,000 a week, and he had a contract there until not this summer, but next summer in 2023. So just think there, in that time, those wages there equate to around €30 million. That's what Aubameyang would have earned there if he saw out the entirety of that Arsenal contract. But this is the key here, because Arsenal wanted him off the books. We all know how they feel. We felt it with Coutinho, with Griezmann. They did not want to keep Aubameyang on those wages since he's not in Arteta's plans. And because of that, now they've said to us, you can have him, not on loan, but for free. And this is also very, very important because, of course, to register Aubameyang, he needed to earn next to nothing. I've spoken about Adama Traore, the wages he had to take in order to get him registered at the club. And without Dembele's exit, we needed to make sure that Aubameyang was on virtually nothing. And according to reports right now, that's why we're going to sign him there on an 18-month deal. It will be a deal that runs for 18 months, so not going up to this summer, but to next summer. And during that time, it's reported that Aubameyang won't earn 30 million like he had it at Arsenal, but instead will earn 6 million, which equates there to €83,000 a week if you spread that equally across those 18 months. What is interesting right now, though, is that's a massive reduction, by the way. Big, big respect, because clearly Aubameyang wants to come here. He really did want to make this happen. Now, we don't know at this stage whether maybe at the start of that deal, he might earn serious, numbers. Very, very low wages for maybe that first 6 months. Maybe then, when things are different with our wage cap and all of that stuff next year, that's when maybe he'll pick up a bit of a higher salary to make up that 6 million. But in order to get him registered now, in order to make sure that we get him in La Liga and playing, he's going to earn such a low salary, a really cheap deal for Barca. But of course, guys, as I have said before, with Aubameyang, he's 32 years old. He's not the player that he once was, I'll be honest and say that. We know, of course, yes, that he can score goals. He has done it right throughout his career. And we don't really know what exactly is the cause right now behind maybe a bit of a bad season at Arsenal. The one before that was a bit sketchy too. And the big question would be, is it confidence? Is it about motivation? Is it about belonging somewhere? Quite clearly, like I say, he was very keen to come here. And do you feel like now maybe he could recapture some of that goal-scoring touch? Maybe actually improve his level with that extra motivation and real hunger to succeed at this club? That, of course, is going to be the question. What we are getting, though, is a very experienced player and somebody who could chip in with a few goals. And although certainly I can understand people will say, you know what, why did we get Aubameyang? Did we really need him? Is it somebody who's going to help us? And I would actually say that, you know what, right now in the immediate term, in the short term, he probably is going to help us. We all know that right now we're in a real battle to get Champions League football. That is the ultimate aim. That is our priority, and it has to be our priority for the rest of the season, because we all know that in the coming summer, we're hoping to spend big money. We're hoping to really rebuild and restructure the squad, but without Champions League football, that doesn't happen. So I think what the club have tried to do here with Adama Traore, with Aubameyang now, bringing in players, low risk, low wages, but they're going to help us. And like I said with Adama, if they can just help us get over the line, get that Champions League football, these will be good deals. We need all of the help that we can get, and that is why, personally, I would have rathered here bring Aubameyang in as that low-cost option on low wages as opposed to having nothing. I would rather there add an option, give Xavi another forward player, somebody there who can score goals, can help us in certain moments, and let's just hope that with these reinforcements, and of course what we already have, we can make that push, because we must get Champions League football. So that there, guys, is exactly how deadline day played out from a Barça point of view. And like I say, it was an exhausting day. I've got to be honest, I'm sitting here right now, I'm empty. I need a break after this transfer window. But look, everything is going to be very, very exciting over these coming days, building up to that massive game. Huge game at the weekend against Atletico Madrid. And of course, we could have Adama Traore. We could even have Aubameyang in action and available for that game. Let me know how you rate our January business down below. And of course, I'll be back with more videos soon. Thanks for your support, guys. And of course, tonight, for your patience too. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.